Guys, so we have an urgent breaking news coming out. A major US bank hit by nationwide outage as users report issues with accessing savings. Now, Citibank, used by 200 million Americans, has been hit by a nationwide outage. And I posted a video last night. It's important Americans take their money out the bank and put it somewhere safe in their homes. Because eventually, the outage that's happening right now in Europe, which by the way is spread to Greenland, because Greenland seems like they got hit, but this outage is just the tip of the iceberg. Major US bank hit by nationwide outage. I want to show you some of this stuff here too, guys. Spanish cops bust. ISIS, the bad groups, associated suspect near Barcelona just before the lights went out. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a possibility we are seeing the grid being impacted by certain groups. Now, we are being told that it's the atmospheric, possibly the solar flare, but I do believe it's within. I believe so. We have more breaking news coming out. Partial telecoms blackout in Greenland, possibly linked to Spain. Another breaking news coming out. UK power grid hit by mysterious failures just hours before blackouts sweep Spain and Portugal. Do you think rare atmospheric phenomenon behind all this? Guys, I believe that a lot of this is because of the enemies. I do believe so. Massive European power outage blamed on solar plant breakdowns. Alright, so we're going to get to all this here, guys. And once again, do me a favor, hit that notification bell, subscribe, and hit that like. The like button is more important, guys. Please do that. The more like, the better. YouTube sees that, and they can actually share my videos to many people out there on YouTube. Again, for those of you that want to send us letters or prayer request, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. If you missed my video earlier today, an executive order was released, a very important executive order by the U.S. president. Now, it's about building the law enforcement across all 50 U.S. states with the help of military and with the help of the Department of Homeland Security and many other agencies. Now, there's going to be a lot of cuff going on, and these two judges that we saw, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, this video here will be in the comments box. All right, make sure you check out the video, guys. I'm posting very good videos. I know the platform has been really strict hiding our stuff, but with your help and your support, make sure you share it on your platform. Once again, thank you so much for your support. All right, let's see what's going on here. So this is a big breaking news. Major U.S. bank hit by nationwide outage as users report issues with accessing savings. Citibank, used by 200 million Americans, has been hit by a nationwide outage. Just imagine waking up one morning to make a payment, and all of a sudden your savings has been basically, I wouldn't say wiped out, but basically you can't get access to your money. Just imagine that. This is why I tell people cash is king. Now, when I say that cash is king, I'm not saying like the king of kings. It's a metaphor. Having cash is a lot better when the situation hit the fan. Put it like that. The bank's website shows an error message. We encounter an issue and are working to fix the issue. No other details have been provided except for customers to return to website 10 to 15 minutes later. What's going on here? This is the tip of the iceberg. This is just the tip of the iceberg. So prepare yourself. If you need further assistance, please call the customer service number, which they have there. The alert says. Let me just say the number just in case you guys are going through it too. 1-800-950-5114. So the Down Detector, a site that monitors online outages, shows issue hitting around 10 a.m. Eastern Time with credit cards and mobile banking cited by users as not working. Not good. An outage map shows New York City, Chicago, Dallas, Los Angeles, and other major cities across the US are experiencing problems. Those are like the big cities right there, big ones. Citibank has not acknowledged the issues on its social media pages. Down Detector has only received a few hundred reports from frustrated customers. Approximately 46% of them are having issues with their credit cards, and 36% cannot access mobile banking. Dana posted on X, Citibank, please help. Just spent 2+ hours on a phone being transferred around with no resolution. My credit card information disappeared from my app, and nobody can get it back. Oh man. Another ex-user commented on her post saying, having the same issue. This happens every time they update the UI, app, and web. Here's the thing, guys. I believe it's cyber. I believe this is a cyber. Now, you have certain groups out there from like Russia and China and North Korea. You got all these countries. You got those cybers out there, and they are in the system. All right, there's no way to get rid of them. There's no way to get rid of them. But they are in the system, and the U.S. is keeping an eye on them. All right, so once they're in the system, it's hard to get rid of them. Now, again, they could just take over the water company or, Facebook and whatever, and they ask for they request ransom Bitcoin or whatever. But we are definitely seeing some war. This is part of WW3 cyber war and biblical war and nuclear war, and you got all this trade war, terrorist war. All this is WW3. It's all mixed in a pot. It says here some Citibank users have also reported issues when attempting to purchase Governor's Ball in New York City. What? Thank you for the monumental pre-sale screw up for the tickets this morning. Appreciate getting entirely, so some people not pleased. Some people not pleased. Now let me take you straight to the Down Detector, see where we are right now with Citibank. That was a big hit. That was a big hit. And it still hit. But 11 a.m., that was like the big one. That thing went up. Yikes. Which states were impacted? So you have Los Angeles, San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Dallas, Atlanta, Minneapolis, Houston, Phoenix. Those are the regions that got hit the hardest. But the big one is Los Angeles. Los Angeles, San Francisco, and then New York and Dallas. Those are like the big ones. So these are the ones that are impacted. Credit card is 53% Online banking is 32%. Mobile banking is 15%. So the big one is credit card. Credit card, it seems like people are having problem with their credit cards in the online banking. See, this is the type of stuff. This is why cash is better. This is why cash is a lot better. It's good to have cash on you. Old school. That's the way America was strong back then when it comes to currency. Old school. But everything was transformed to all this electronic stuff. You know, people want to go after all this electronic stuff because it's easier, it's convenient. But it's not going to benefit you when situation hit the fan. All right, so once again, that's one of the big breaking news, and I do believe that's only the tip of the iceberg. So please, this is going to be like my 5th time saying this for the last couple of weeks. Have cash on you. Have some money put away. Go to your bank and, hey, I want to withdraw, this amount. That's almost the entire money. Yes, and I want it now. So, again, some of these banks are going to be like, you sure you want to take all that money? Yes, it's my money. It's my money. So, again, buy a safe. A good safe, not the little small one, because anybody could grab it and stuff like that. Have one of those hidden wall stuff, like the bookshelf and stuff like that. Put your money away. Put your money away. Buy like 4 safe or something, whatever. And have your, stuff there with your passport and your social security and all that. All right, it's very important to have cash on you. It's very important. All right, so we're going to jump with the next one. Spanish cops bust ISIS associated suspect near Barcelona just before the lights went out. Yeah, something's going on here. Just outside Barcelona, agents from the Mossos de Esquadra stormed an apartment and nabbed a guy linked to ISIS right before the lights mysteriously went out. The suspect, whose identity remains undisclosed, had been under surveillance for months, and now he's headed to Spain top court in Madrid. Following the cuff, the detainee was immediately transferred to Madrid, where he is set to appear before the Audiencia Nacional, Spain's top court, for cases. Catalonia's been a hot spot for these busts. Turns out 1 in 3 anti-bad group raids in Spain happened there. Not exactly tourist brochure material. Alright, so that's what's going on, guys. Again, these people are coming in. So this is why it's very important. Look, if countries is going to allow many to come in, just check their history background. I mean, they do that to us, and when we apply for a job, minimum wage, we need to check your background, stuff like that. They don't check those people in the southern region. They just let them in. So it just doesn't make any sense. It just, the system is so messed up. This system is terrible. This goes to tell you, we definitely in the end times. Everything is so messed up and upside down. Guys, for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link. I want to thank every single one of you for your support. Your support truly helps out, guys. Thank you so much for that support. Hey, and I see that super chat. Thank you so much for that super chat. I do see the super chat. And I truly apologize if I'm not in the live chat right now. See, while you guys watching this premiere, I'm making another video right now. So it's, back to back to back to back to back. So again, thank you so much for your support. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Parts of Greenland were deprived on Monday evening of phone, look at this, text messages and internet connection, possibly linked to a massive power outage on the Iberian Peninsula, operator said. Right now, there is no contact with our equipment in Maspalomas in Spain, which we rely on to supply customer in a satellite area. Now, we are investigating whether there is a connection between the major power outage that Spain has been hit by, it said. By Tuesday morning, electricity had been restored to most of Spain and Portugal. Now, the affected areas on Greenland was located in the north and south of the vast Arctic territory. Okay, America, pay very close attention here. It seems like whatever is causing this blackout, it seems like it's heading west. So it hit the UK, it hit those regions, and then it hit towards the west, which is Spain and Portugal, and now it's heading towards the west side, over the Atlantic towards Greenland. There's a possibility it might head towards the US. There's a possibility we might see some blackout. And if that's the case, obviously there's something in the sky. So if we get hit, if New York gets hit, if multiple eastern part of the US gets hit, then obviously there's something going on. There's something in the sky. So again, pay very close attention, because Greenland, give me a second here. Let me pull up the map. World map. Give me a second here, guys. Okay, so here's a world map. So you have Greenland up here. This area here was hit, all this area, but the lights came back on for like UK and all that. The one that was really impacted, let me zoom it in, was these two. These two were hit hard, Portugal and Spain. Also UK. But now it's made its way up here in Iceland, the southern part. Which, by the way, guys, these two names are so confusing. For those of you that don't know, Iceland is basically Greenland, because it's, see all these green. Again, it's considered, it should be Greenland, and this Iceland should be in Greenland. You see how twisted it is? I don't know why they did that. All right, so whoever came out with that, it just, I don't know. That person might have been with Captain Jack Sparrow from the movie the Pirates of the Caribbean, or the Pirates of the Caribbean. They probably went up there and decided to give the names and kind of twisted everything. All right, so I believe that there's a possibility we might see something here. Possibly this area here. Quebec, Montreal, New York. Because the outage is kind of heading towards like west. I mean, whatever's causing the outage is heading towards west. Again, I could be wrong too, guys. But again, I just want to bring that up. You never know. Partial telecom blackout in Greenland, possibly linked to Spain. Alright, guys. I think there's going to be all the information here. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I want to see if there's any more updates here. I'm looking for more updates, guys. Yeah, so far this is everything, guys. This is everything. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this story here. I want to share this one. This is going to be off topic. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't do something like this, okay? If you go out for a walk and decide to get near a pond, where the lake or whatever, please be aware that there could be some alligators in the state of Florida is filled with alligators. Now, if you see an alligator in Florida and it's standing still, it's not a statue. Do not go in there and try to grab it. I know many people from other states that come to Florida. Ooh, I found myself a statue. Yeah, you're gonna find out. There ain't no statue. Tourists think crocodile is a statue. I live in the state of Florida. I take the kids to the park. We stay we stay far away from like the water. We do. Now, when it comes to fishing, it's a whole different ball game. But when it comes to going to like the small lake or the pond and stuff like that, that's where alligator be at. We were heading to Target, right? There was traffic. I'm like, what's going on here? We got to make a right turn to go into Target Plaza. What happened was there was two alligators, just one in the sidewalk and the other one's trying to cross, the Target Plaza, the parking lot. And so taking forever. They just taking their time and walking. They were massive. They were big, and at the same time, of course, people taking pictures and stuff. So again, when you see these alligators, do me a favor. Stay far away. Far away. Don't get too close. A 29 years old tourist in the Philippines thought it was a great idea to hop a fence, wade into a pond, and take selfies with what he thought was a fake crocodile. Spoiler, it was very real, and it was very mad. The 15-foot, yikes, oh my goodness, croc chopped down on his, spun him in the death roll like a washing machine, and only let go after a zookeeper smashed in with a piece of cement. Now, alligators does the same thing too. They do like the spinning thing. That's how they get you. The guy somehow survived with 50 plus stitches and a lifetime of being that dude who fought a crocodile for a selfie. Unbelievable. Why? Why? Sometimes humans could just be so, again, and stuff like this, you got to leave these animals alone. You got to leave them alone. They belong out there in the wild. You got to leave them alone. Just imagine if it was the opposite. See a whole bunch of crocodile taking picture of us. And then we there like, all locked up and everything for life while they taking picture of us. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.